Hey guys, welcome back to another Derail Valley episode. Now, we're doing a little bit of a proof of concept, sort of. We're going to be taking out the S282 again. This time, though, we have 960 tons. Now, as you can see, I am on the loop here, because I did try going from this area. It did not work. So this is just a proof of concept. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to be bummed out. This is just my sandbox testing save. So we're going to see, can the S282 actually make it up? And we're going to find out today. So yeah. We just got to make sure that all of our switches are lined up, which it looks like it is. So all we got to do is start going. So we got ourselves in the corner. And hopefully the audio's a lot better with the steam locomotive. I know the steam locomotive is a lot more loud than the other locomotives, so let's we'll see once I release the video. So we're all topped off here. We got good weather. We should have good weather actually. Hold on. Just check here. Yeah. So it should stay clear skies the whole time. So we got our brakes all released here. We're all good there. We're gonna like drop just a tad bit of sand and we're gonna go fully in the corner. So this is not like a job or anything, I just spawned all of these in. So we're just gonna see if it's possible. If it's possible, then, you know, you just know that you have to go onto the loop and reverse back to get a better run-up, because quite obviously that run-up is not enough normally, so we'll just see sort of if this is better. So we just want consistent pressure on that gauge right there. So if we have overpressure on that gauge, then we'll lose steam, and we definitely do not want to lose steam. But I imagine this run's going to be a lot more in the corner than the previous one. So we're just going to try to gain as much speed as we possibly can. Since we have a bit of more of a run-up, we should be able to hit a little bit more than 40, hopefully. Because I know when I did actually take a legitimate job on my sandbox save, at least, I was over there, I backed up as far as I could. I started sending it, I only really made it up to like 30 kilometers an hour. So we'll see how it all goes. So we're hitting 40 here. Pretty much at the general speed that we want to be. Hopefully we don't derail here. If so, then we know that this is probably not possible because of the speed constraints. But it looks like we're good. It looks like that's not too much of a problem for speed, at least. So we'll just see if this bigger run-up can actually make a difference in whether or not you can get up the hill with 960 tons. If it is, then I will consider this a pretty good achievement. We're gonna have to see if it's possible first. As long as we can maintain our momentum most of the way up the hill, it might be possible. We're gonna see. The killer's probably gonna be this section here, where it gets relatively steep. All I know is last time I got past the majority of the hill, but once you got to that 4 or 5%, that's where it kind of bogged out and stalled. So, you know, if it doesn't work, I'll still upload this video, obviously, and just show it as a proof of concept, more or less, rather than trying to prove that it's possible. Because I really don't know if it's actually possible. So we'll just have to see. We'll bring her a little bit more into the corner. starting to slip there. It does look like we're carrying a good amount of momentum. A lot better than it was before. But we're really just gonna have to see when we start leveling out. This one time we've been in the corner. With good conditions for weather, obviously. Because it has to be more or less a controlled experiment rather than unknown. Because in the main game, yes, you're gonna have rain and these unknown factors, but if you want a controlled test just to test if it's possible, it's better off you just, you know, test it out in a controlled setting. So we're actually carrying a decent amount of momentum up through here. So I'm kind of curious what it's gonna be like, if it's even going to be able to get up the last section, because the last section is just that one area where it goes super steep, where it completely bogs down the engine. And it will actually stall your 880 ton if you don't have enough momentum. Your steam engine does not have enough tractive effort to get up that last little section even with 880 tons. That's why you need to keep up your momentum. We're just gonna go full in the corner here. Fully in the corner. So, obviously the momentum has helped us a little bit on the main part of the climb, but the second half of the climb doesn't seem like it's gonna help very much. We're gonna have to see. We'll just have to get the best sort of run up as we can. If this is not possible, then it's never going to be possible, I don't think. I would be very impressed if somebody managed to get this load up this hill. So as you can see, we're doing good on steam. It's just the engine itself is having trouble with its power. And actually, we're slipping a little bit there, you can see. So this thing is literally on its limits right now. Like it's getting put to its limits. I think we are, but actually no, we got a little more sand we could be putting down. So obviously that's where the grade starts to level out, but it's still kind of questionable whether or not we'll be able to get up. I guess we'll find out. The only thing I think might save this thing is if you somehow manage to speed this thing up from this section here and upwards. If you manage to do that, then you might be able to get up the hill, but the last time I tried doing that, it didn't really do anything. That's why I kind of was wondering maybe the extra momentum might be able to carry us up here at a higher speed, but obviously that's not the case, so maybe potentially this is just not possible. Maybe 880 tons is literally the limit. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna send it. We're gonna keep it in the corner and keep it at 100% regulator and hope we can get up it. If not, then that just goes to show that 880 tons is the hard limit. You cannot do more than that. We're gonna have to find out though. You can see we're putting as much steam into the chest as we can possibly put. And if you remember from the Steam video of me doing before with 880 tons, you saw that I needed to get up to at least 25 kilometers an hour to get up the hill. With this, you probably need at least 30, I would say. Mainly because you got more weight pulling you down, and it's harder to speed up. So and there's really not that much space in between this where it levels off there and where you can speed up, so it's actually kind of questionable. Let's see here. It's the moment of truth. Will we be able to get up, or will we not? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, guys, I don't think this is possible. I'm not sure. The only way I think this might be possible is if you got a much bigger run-up and you were able to carry your momentum all the way up. That's the only circumstance that I think you would be able to get up. So, it looks like 880 tons is probably the hard limit of this thing, up this particular line. So, yeah, I mean, unless you can get that little bit of more momentum up through there. Hold on, I kinda want to test something out here. If I tie down the handbrakes here. If I tie down some of these handbrakes, could I possibly get some braking force at the back? And this is kind of just a thought experiment. This is more or less the thought of compressing the joints and maybe getting the slack to compress, and then being able to yank the train, possibly. And it looks like that's a no-go. Alright, guys, well, that seems to conclude that thought experiment. So, 960 tons is a no-go. Seems like 880 tons is the hard limit for this line, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's still pretty much an admirable feat when going up this hill, actually. If you think of it, that's a lot of weight. That one extra car makes a huge difference in whether or not you can get up the hill. So, 11 cars total is the max you can use get up the hill. 12 cars, not possible. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of little experiment. I think I might actually do a YouTube series of Derail Valley Simulator. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments below, or show your support by liking, subscribing, maybe sharing them with your friends. Anyways, that's all for me, and I'll be back in a couple days. See ya!